All right, Black Eyes from Atlanta, Botswana singer and poet Lishie Love Song, Kabo Mokalo and Charity Utete are some of the wordsmiths that will headline this year's Speak the Mind Poetry and Music Fest taking place at the Baseline in Newtown tonight. Now, the festival will see poets also dissect topics such as Black Lives Matter and white privilege. Now, tell us more about the festival, which celebrates its 10th anniversary this year, is its founder and program director, Langa Mancunga. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Live. Let's talk about all those years ago when you decided to establish Speak the Mind. What had inspired the establishment of Speak the Mind?
Well, I think from our side, it was just the absence of, well-organized, consistent poetry platforms. There wasn't any of those happening consistently in Johannesburg when we started in 2005. So we wanted to fill in the gap with a well-organized, well-structured event with a bit of well-structured funding scheme as well. So that's the kind of gap we wanted to fill, and I think to a certain degree we did achieve that. And
what do you attribute the festival's success to? I mean, I imagine you seeing this baby of yours growing throughout the years, and somewhere there are lessons there as well.
Yeah. I think the kind of programming, the way we curate the show, the blend of poets that we bring out, we've had a specific focus on Africa, specifically the Southern African region. So we certainly bring out poets from Swaziland, Botswana, Zimbabwe frequently, but we also top it up with world-class performers in terms of performance poetry from the States. Previously we've had Professor Kwame Dawes, George Yami, Chanel Gabriel, and this year we have the amazing and the legendary Black Eyes.
Speak to us about that lineup. I mean, you've touched on Black Eyes being on the lineup. Who else is on this year's lineup?
We have obviously Kabomu is going to be there. Nomi Superstar is going to be doing a full set with her band. Young man doing very well from Cape Town, Kylo. We're also going to have a great collaboration, an inspired collaboration between the legendary Madala Kunene with the Muffins. And also, the likes of Mzilikazi Wa Africa will be reading from his book during the panel discussion. And a couple of a DJ and a couple of spice or fillers.
Yeah, let's talk about the conversations and the panel discussions. I mean, one of the topics is Black Lives Matter and white privilege. Why are those topics worth discussing, and how are they selected?
Well, I think the theme for the panel discussion, which is graft, class, white privilege, and black rage, is we sort of extract this information and these kind of topics from the conversations that are happening in some of the literary festivals. And I think some of these topics are global in their appeal. Nomsa will be speaking about class, and she will also touch on gender issues, while someone like Kylo will touch on white guilt, white privilege. And obviously Black Eyes will speak with authority, in terms of Black Lives Matter and the kind of stuff that's been happening in the States recently.
What do you think is the festival's biggest contribution to the spoken word scene in South Africa?
I think we are a very important player. We are a key player in terms of the poetic landscape. In fact, how we program our event, we book artists, opinionated artists across the board. So whether it's a musician or a poet or a painter or a DJ, we book those kind of acts. And I think, the success of the festival has been, to a certain extent, linked to that and attached to that.
And for somebody who's never been to a Speak the Mind event, what can they look forward to?
It's an experience. It's a great experience.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's poets, it's musicians, it's painters, it's graffiti artists, it's DJs. It's more than just poetry, and it's more than just a spoken word. So yeah, I just cannot paint the perfect picture, but the reason why we're still here, the reason why we 10 years and counting is because of the quality of the programming that we've put together. And you can pay testimony to that tonight.
All right, so give us details, times, what time do you start, ticket prices?
Gates open, doors open 3 p.m., panel discussion starts at 4 p.m., ends at 6, and we have an interval, and then the main performances start at 7 until late. Tickets are $100 at CompuTicket and 150 at the door. More information and all the program is available on speakthemind.co.za.
All right, Langa, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks,
Langa Mancunga is the Speak the Mind founder and program director, which takes place at the Baseline tonight. Botswana singer and poet Lishiye Love Song Black Ice from Atlanta, US will headline the event starting today at the Baseline in Newtown at 3 p.m. Let's take an ad break. Stay with us.